And now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, powered by Hardee's and by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed like butter. Let's get on a roll, baby. For week 14 of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, we hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Of course, it's Black Friday, and I'm sure you got your shopping in, but we're going to hook you up with some goodies. Regional finals, 10 local teams are in the mix for a state title. We have highlights from 5 games tonight. This will be the last Friday we'll have high school football. As for the next 2 weeks, it is Saturday action. We kick things off with matinee football from Independence in the Region 1C final. The defending regional champs and the 3rd-seeded Grayson County Blue Devils hosted the 5th-seeded George Wythe Maroons. George Wythe leads the series overall 15-5, but George Wythe won the regular season meeting at home on October 10th, 28-26. In the playoffs, however, GW leads at 4-1, and the last playoff meeting was in the Region 1C semifinals last year, with Grayson County winning at GW 18-16. But GW at last won the regional title. Let's go back to 2022 when they beat Grayson County and Wytheville 48-28. So a lot of stuff going off. We're going to go to Strong Field in Independence. For all of the action and things, we get rocking and rolling in the ball game. Out first quarter, Parker Dow takes the handoff. He's in for the score. 7-0 Grayson County. Then on the next drive, GW, how about Isaac Smith reading, writing, and erasing it into the zone. Touchdown to miss PAT. So Grayson County was still up. And then another Blue Devil score as Dow takes the handoff, breaks a couple of tackles. He will not be denied. Run, young fella, you got one. Taking it to the house. Touchdown. It's 14-6 Blue Devils. That was his second score of the game. Then Dezion Thompson takes the handoff, outruns everyone in a white jersey. Touchdown, 21-6 Blue Devils. And for the second straight year, Grayson County is the Region 1C champs. They beat George Wythe 42-15. Let's hear from the winners.
Kids just did a great job, man. The preparation's been great all week. We came out and just played physical football and was able to do some things that, we thought we could get, but they did a great job.
Man, it's been amazing. I wouldn't want to do it with any other guys. I've just been blessed to be a part of this football team and just blessed to have these group of guys around me and just to continue to push each other every day, man. It's a blessing.
Just execution, our O-line, we just had to play good, and we have all year long, beginning of the year we made some mistakes that we adjusted and we fixed, and now that we're here, we know what the goal is and we know what we have to do to win.
Blue Devils getting it rocking and rolling as they win their second straight regional title. Now, Grayson County gets a rematch with Rye Cove in the Class 1 semifinals next weekend. As Rye Cove, they win the Region 1D title with a 32-12 win over Eastside. In the Region 1A final, the defending Class 1 champs in Essex, they'll host Rappahannock Saturday at 1. The winner of the Region 1A game gets Buffalo Gap in state semifinals as they beat Riverheads by the score of 48-21. We move on to the Region 40 final in Danville. It's the top-seeded George Washington Eagles, winners of 11 in a row, taking on the 3rd-seeded Jefferson Forest Cavaliers. The series is tied at 2 games apiece. In playoff meetings, GW leads at 1-0. George Washington, they won in force 20-13 on November 10th, 2023 in the Region 40 first round. For GW, this is their first regional final since 2021 when they lost at Salem. The last regional title for George Washington came in 1996. The last regional final and title for JF came 10 years ago in 2015. So we go to Christopher Stadium down in Danville, and everybody is running out, fired up to get a ball game going. Yes, they're going, and you got to have the complimentary coin flip. But on the opening kickoff, I say it once, I'll say it again, there is a reason why we show opening kickoffs or kickoffs in general. It's Gabe Barnett, GB, are you with me? Oh yeah, I'm going into the zone and I don't care. Outrunning everyone in the Eagles uniform. Touchdown, JF with a 6-0 advantage. Then the same score. How about Xander Coleman? XC, that's cross country, but he's running cross country, getting into the zone. Look at he juking and jiving. The bigger the cut, the bigger the rhyme. Touchdown, 13-0 Cavaliers. At the half, it was 27-0, or right before the half, and then Stanford Lipscomb gets the score. George Washington trailing 27-7, but in the fourth quarter, how about Charleston Harris? He is gone. No one's going to catch him. 49-0 JF, and that was your final score. JF wins the Region 40 title with a 49-7 win. Let's hear from the victors.
it was a full team effort across the board, and that's everybody on our roster. Everybody had a role. Everybody executed their role to the best of their ability, and we preach to our team over and over and over again. It's about us, right? And that's taking nothing away from a really, really good GW football team who had a phenomenal season. But we just preach to our guys week in, week out, Monday through Thursday. You put the work in, you prepare, and it's all about us. It's about our preparation, our work, our execution. We know if we handle that, the game will handle itself.
Just the line, trusting them. With them, I wouldn't be having 3 touchdowns this game and then rushing for the big yards, and just hats off to them. 2 years ago, we've been exited the second round, so just to get to the States is very incredible. I don't remember the last time we've been to the States and reaching the championship. It's just amazing.
So head coach J.T. Cruz talking there, as well as Xander Coleman, as they got it done right then and there. Meanwhile, in the Region 4A final, Lafayette gets the title with a 23-17 win over Phoebus. Saturday, there's a pair of regional finals in Class 4 at 1:30. Verona visits Huguenot for the Region 4B title. Then at 1:30 in the Region 4C title game, Loudoun Valley visits Loudoun County. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with all your regional finals action, as Ryan Moy, he will have highlights of the big one from the Hill City between Heritage and LCA. Plus, we have the Region 3D final, Magna Vista and LB. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz is back.
Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with regional final action. Now in the Region 3C final from Lynchburg. Seminole District rivals in the top-seeded Heritage Pioneers and the 6th-seeded and the 2-time defending Class 3 champs in the Liberty Christian Bulldogs. Heritage, they're on an 11-game winning streak since their opening game loss. The series is tied at 6 games apiece. Heritage won the regular season meeting at City Stadium on Halloween, 35-33. This is the 5th playoff meeting, tied at 2. Last year in the regional finals, semifinals, it was LC. They won that one at home, 35-14. Now in 2022, Heritage beat LCA in the regional title game at Williams Stadium, 22-17. It was LCA's last playoff loss. They have won 12 straight playoff games. So to City Stadium we go for round 2, Pioneers versus Bulldogs. And we go to the first quarter, LCA in the red zone, and it's going to be Jacob Parzale. He's going to run it in for the score. Dogs take the 7-0 lead. Later, though, Heritage would respond in the fourth. It was still 7-0, and it's going to be Aiden Slash. Calls his own number, gets it in for the score. We're tied at 7-7 apiece. We're now in overtime. LCA wins the toss, and it's going to be Jaden Cowart. He comes up big for the Bulldogs. That overtime touchdown makes it 14-7. Heritage, meanwhile, they had their possession on 4th and 20. Slash is trying to do something. He's going to throw it. Trying to do it. He throws it. It looks like it's going to go out of the end zone, but LCA, they get it done. Liberty Christian wins over Heritage in overtime, 14-7, but Ryan Moy caught up with the Bulldogs after the win.
Well, Coach, 14-7 in OT. Talk a little bit about this game. You guys got this one, and it was a rough one.
Yeah, it was. I mean, my hat's off to Coach Bradley and his staff and the Heritage program. I mean, they are really a great, great program, and we're honored to be able to just compete against them every year. I mean, it comes down to a regular season game, but then it's like, hey, we'll see you later. You know, we know we're going to play each other somewhere down the road, and I'm very, very honored to be able to play them as much as we have been. And so that being said, I mean, we got 25 juniors on our team and a lot of first-year players. We only have 10 seniors. They were a very senior-laden team. So, I mean, we made some really, really stupid, immature mistakes, in a pressure game like this. They played pretty steady, but we were just fortunate to kind of hang in there. And, when we really needed to make a play, we made a play when it counted.
You kind of told me in August that, hopefully you guys would end up in this position. But how does it feel this go around? I mean, Coach seemed a little bit more happy to receive that region trophy.
I think, we had some supermen last year, and everybody, we kind of had this mindset. We knew we had it. But this year, just being a 6 seed, everybody's talking down on you, and you're just so hungry to prove everybody wrong, and we did that tonight.
Meanwhile, we're off to the Region 3D final in Ridgeway for the finals as the top-seeded Magna Vista Warriors hosting the second-seeded Lord Botetourt Cavaliers. Lord Botetourt leads the series all-time 2-1. All the meetings were in the playoffs. Last year in the regional semifinals, LB won at the hole, 36-19. So we return to the hole for this matchup between the Cavaliers and the Warriors. They came out and played, but it was Quentin Jones, QJ, taking the direct snap. He cuts through the Warrior defense, and that boy gone. 30 yards to the crib, 7-0 LB. But Magna Vista on its opening drive, they're going to cap things off with an MJ Scott touchdown run, finding pay dirt. We are even at 7. Then in the second, it is Simeon Moore, the QB. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to roll to the left. And just like that, he's going to go deep to the air. And guess who catches it? By Scott, he's got it. Tay Scott taking it to the house, 93 yards. And just like it's 14-7 Warriors. But LB looking for an answer, and Angel Rigney, guess what he's going to do? He's going to plow his way through, but the problem is the ball is going to be taken out of the scrum. And on the other way is Jamari Swanson, scoop and score connoisseur of. It's a touchdown there, 21-7 Magna Vista, and Magna Vista, they are your regional champs. They beat Lord Botetourt 65-34. Michael Doty has all the action from Ridgeway.
Magna Vista head coach Joe Favero says he knew the Region 3D title was going to go through Lord Botetourt, and tonight his Warriors got the job done.
It's great. These kids, really focused and did a great job preparing this week and really all year. Last year they came in and pushed us around a little bit, and I think our kids really focused in the weight room. And, anytime things were going a little bad, we reminded them about, the Botetourt and pushing us around here at the hole. And, they really took heart to it and came in and made sure we were ready to control the line of scrimmage tonight.
I mean, it feels great. I've been close all through my high school career, but I said I wasn't going to fail again, and I didn't. I mean, I feel like we've been put on the show for my senior year. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better season.
I think that's 185 points in the 3 playoff games. I mean, our offense is just clicking on all cylinders right now, and that's what you hope to be, is playing your best at the end of the year.
What can you say about Simeon Moore and his performance on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, he's a stud. He's been with us for 4 years, a starter for us for 4 years, and he's gotten better and better. He's a coachable kid, and he works his tail off, and he's a great leader of this team.
I couldn't do it without my team. My line, my receivers, they all help me get the job done, and we went out and produce every week. It's a brotherhood. Nobody can be like us, I feel like. it's just a brotherhood.
I thought at the point of attack we tackled well. Got to do a little better job in space, but happy to get out with a win.
Favero says there's still a lot of work to be done to get to a state championship, and he's ready to get back into the film room for state semis. Reporting in Ridgeway, Michael Doty, WFXR Sports.
Thank you so much, Ryan, before that. And then, of course, Michael, great job. Now, Magna Vista, they get Lake Taylor in the Class 3 semifinals. As Lake Taylor, they beat Petersburg 40-26 for the Region 3A crown. LCA will visit Kettle Run in the state semifinals. At Kettle Run with the win in the Region 3B title game. They beat Skyline 35-14. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, all your playoff action. We have Miriam Chamberlain in Roanoke County this evening for our Game of the Week from the Region 2C Finals. It's Glenver hosting Gretna. This and more next on Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
And now, WFXR Sports presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
Our Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week takes us to Roanoke County for a Region 2C final matchup between the top-seeded Glenver Highlanders and the second-seeded Gretna Hawks. Now, Glenver leads the series all-time 2-0, although more playoff meetings last year in the Region 2C finals. Glenver beat Gretna at home 30-8. So to our 2C regional finals matchup with the Double G's, Highlanders trying to remain perfect on the season, facing Gretna. And Glenver quarterback Brooke Doyot connects with someone he's real close and familiar with. His brother Trey takes it into the house. That's a touchdown. Brotherly love there, 7-0 Highlanders. And then a guy that's definitely kind of like a family member, but that's how Glenver rolls. Touchdown there by Ranger Swanson. Takes it in from 24 yards out. It's 14-0 Glenver. Then the Highlanders at the 1-yard line. Give it to Brody. Let him make a house call, and he's going to muscle his way through for the score. It is 21-0 Highlanders. Under a minute till the half. Here comes the Doyot Express. Brody to Trey. Trey Day in stride. Touchdown. 28-0 at recess. And Glenver wins the Region 2C title over Gretna 41-6. Miriam Chamberlain has more on the game from Roanoke County.
Well, it was a cold and windy night here, but the Glenver Highlanders strike again, taking down Gretna 41-6 in the Region 2C finals, and they remain undefeated on the season.
Well, first I want to congratulate Coach Miller and his team, the Gretna Hawks. They played, they played tough. They had a great year. To get to this point 2 years in a row it's very difficult. So we feel very fortunate to get out of here with a win. They've scored a lot of points this year and had a great year. So I want to congratulate them. But I'm really proud of our kids, our coaches, just for being resilient and tough. we're very fortunate, we're very blessed, and we're just excited to be moving on.
It's just everything, all the preparation that went into this Friday. I mean, we just read our fits, did everything right, and you look at the scoreboard and it came out our way. I mean, this team it's a legendary team, especially my senior year. It's definitely amazing. I mean, all the friendships, all the bonds. I mean, it's very exciting.
This is our 6th straight regional championship game, and getting here is really, really hard. I just told Coach Miller that. Winning, it's even harder. So, we're back down to the Final Four, and hopefully we'll play, well next week. But it's going to be dependent on our prep, and I'm just excited. It's fun. Winning's fun.
Well, as you just heard, the Highlanders aren't done yet as they now advance to the state semifinals. Here in Highlander Stadium, I'm Miriam Chamberlain, WFXR Sports. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Miriam. In the Class 2 state semifinals, Glenver gets the Region 2D champion, either Ridgeview or Union, as Union hosts Ridgeview Saturday at 2. And in the Region 2A final, Poquoson wins over Armstrong 19-14. They will match up with the Region 2B champion at Strasburg. They defeat Stewart's Draft 54-7. So again, Poquoson and Strasburg in the other state semifinal.
And now, WFXR presents Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week.
Well, all season long, this week's athlete has been simply fantastic while running through opposing defenses, and last week was no exception. He put up 4 touchdowns in his team's 35-21 win over William Byrd in the Region 3D semifinals last Friday, and guess what? He is your player of the week.
Quentin Jones, running back, middle linebacker, Lord Botetourt High School. Completely shell-shocked me, to be honest. It feels good they knocked us out, and to get my senior year to knock them out, it was the greatest feeling I couldn't even describe it. I mean, it's not just me. I got to shout out my O-line. I mean, I wouldn't get in the end zone. I had a huge hole on I think my second TD. I had a huge hole made for my O-line and, my blockers. So I couldn't do it without them. And it's just what we do best. In practice, had a good week of practice, felt confident. They're great guys. I've known them forever, went to elementary school with them. Team chemistry is definitely at the highest it's probably ever been with us. And I think that really plays a part in what we do on the field on game day. I'm blessed, like every other person would be, their senior year of high school playing football. That's probably top 5 experiences that anybody could really go through in their life. It's just, you got a brotherhood, you got family on that team, the coaches, they're like dads to you. So, if you're playing to when the snow's falling, when it's getting the 20 degrees, that means you're a good football team. And you're top in the state, so it feels great. You just kind of do what we do at the start of the season. I feel the same way as I do now. Maybe a little bit more pressure because it's win or go home, but it's not over yet, and I still got that grit and grind that I've been feeling since day one.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Aquarius Pools Splash Play of the Week, sponsored by Aquarius Pools and Outdoor Living.
And this was a splashy way for JF to start the game. Jefferson Forest's Gabe Barnett parting the defense of the Eagles on kickoff, takes that one to the house, and what a play for Gabe Barnett. He gets the splashy play of the night. Meanwhile, we have something special to tell you about. Now, the Roanoke Area Strong Youth Program, they're doing their part to help a little girl in her cancer fight. Audrey Rice, at 2.5 years old, was diagnosed with brain cancer, and the fighters are holding their hands for Aubrey. Now, the Audrey Rice benefit there, that's going to take place Saturday at Norwich Park and Recreation Center on Buford Avenue in Roanoke. Now, the doors open at 11 in the morning and the fight starts at noon. It is free with entry, but they're taking donations. 100% of the proceeds, they benefit Audrey Rice's treatment and care. So go check that out. Meanwhile, the Commonwealth Clash tomorrow, Virginia Tech and Virginia, they're going to meet up in prime time. Scott Stadium with the contest set for 7. The game will be the 106th meeting between the two in-state rivals. And for the Cavs, they're in search of their first Commonwealth Cup victory since 2019 and their second win of the series in the last 21 years. Also, LU, they will host Kennesaw State. That'll be Saturday at 3:30. As again, the Liberty Flames are going to wrap up their home portion of their schedule and their schedule overall coming up Saturday at 3:30. So that's some big-time stuff, but that does it for this edition of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. If you missed any of the show, we'll have it for you on WFXRTV.com momentarily. Thank you so much for watching our show. Next week, we preview our 5 winners in the state semifinals. I'm Jermaine Farrell. For Ryan Moy, Miriam Chamberlain, and the entire WFXR staff, we couldn't do it without you guys. Hope your teams are winners. Have a wonderful, blessed night and weekend, everybody. And again, happy Thanksgiving.